Hello everyone. You may or may not know me. My name is Simpson. I'm doing this YouTube channel with my friend Isaac, who I hope you've all had the pleasure of either meeting in person or seeing his channel or his video, I suppose. We mostly want to do this channel to just convey ideas. But I guess not even really convey ideas, because ideas are only a part of it. Ideas are only scratching the surface of what we really want. And what we want is to discover ourselves. I think we all want that. And I know that I'm very much in the process of that right now. As I always will be. That's life. I have a couple of things that I might like to talk about today. We'll see which ones actually end up taking form, because I've never done a video like this before. I'm somewhat nervous, but at the same time, I realize that it's kind of silly to be nervous. Let's see. What I saw today was, I was watching a show with my mom, and it's this show about these people they're really, really overweight. It's called My 600-Pound Life. So it's about people who realize that their weight is unhealthy for them, that they want to change it, but that they've felt trapped by the patterns that they've been in their life, and they feel lost, and they feel like food might be maybe one of their only forms of relief. Watching this show brought up a lot of things for me. I myself struggled with my own weight through all of middle school, high school, part of college. I wasn't 600 pounds, but um, it's all kind of relative. I was, out of shape, and I didn't like myself because of it. Because I grew up in a society where we're very much judged by our appearance, and our worth is almost judged by our appearance sometimes. So to be in a form where your value is deemed less, you can sometimes believe that about yourself, because your value really is never less. The form on the outside, this is just a very small fraction of me. It's an important part, but I go so far beyond that. And so, to see these people struggling with this issue, and to be at a point that can seem so far gone, like so far beyond the point of return, almost, and just to see how they were handling it brought up some of those feelings in me. But the beautiful aspect about this show, at least the one that I saw, it was two sisters, both of whom were at this weight of around 600, and they decided to embark on this journey kind of together. They decided that they wanted to change it, that they wanted to be healthy, and that they wanted to be able to engage with life in that way. Because I have to imagine it would be very difficult at that point to be really engaged with life, and along the way, once they started to, after initial resistance and the sadness with having to confront the patterns that get you there in the first place, such as eating for comfort, or whatever it might be. I can't really say why people do it, but I did it as well. We're seeking comfort through whatever ways we know. We're all just looking for happiness. So after they were getting through that initial resistance period, and they really started to take it to heart, like, this is what I want to do. I actually want to change this about myself. They were able to lose like 70 pounds within 1 month, and then that was their most proactive month, but still, that's very impressive. But it was wonderful to see once they took it to heart and they saw that, like, although I'm at this point, I can decide to change this right now. And, like, you could just see them get filled with life because of that. Like, it didn't matter that they were still 530 pounds. They realized that change was possible, and they realized that they weren't limited to the circumstance that they thought they were. They started going to CrossFit classes, which they expressed their vulnerability of obviously being the biggest people there, and the fear associated with that, because the fear of judgment or not being as good as someone else. Yeah, it's tough. But just like the beauty that they were showing in that they weren't going to let that fear hold them back, that they wanted to continue going forward with that. And they got a personal trainer at one point, which I thought was really, it was really remarkable to see them working with, because I thought the personal trainers really encapsulated a lot of the idea or experience that I'm really trying to convey, which is they met them exactly where they're at. They saw, this is someone who hasn't worked out very much. We're going to meet them on their level. We're going to, like, push that level. But they give them so much positive encouragement, and they made them feel supported and loved, and they made the whole experience really enjoyable looking. Like, it looked really enjoyable. And I think that's so key. That concept of just being right where you're at, because that's where you're gonna always be, is right where you are. It might seem like in life we have so many goals or places that we need to get to, but we're there. Don't take it too literally, because it's not literally that you've already accomplished all those goals. Like, you haven't, but you're already at that place that you're looking for through the goals. There is an aspect of already being there when you're at your center, when you're in your place of love, of compassion, of personal power, whatever word you want to use, because concepts and words get you so far. But I'm not speaking about a conceptual idea. I'm speaking of experience. And that's not to say that there's not sadness, and there's not fear, there's not difficulty and strife. That's all part of it. And that's part of the beauty of it. This book, Be Here Now, by Ram Dass, it really had an impact on me in a lot of ways. And there's a lot of books that have had a lot of impact on me. But it's just written from such a place of joyful, loving expression, is really all I can say. That it's really powerful in that sense. But there's one part which I was speaking with a friend to last night, and I think it really encapsulates a little bit of what I'm trying to point at. It's this picture right here of this maze. The journey of transformation. And I think this kind of encapsulates the idea of maybe we see ourselves on this outside perimeter right now. Like we see a journey in front of us, whatever it may be. For me, a lot of times it was enlightenment, whatever the hell that means. And I would just see myself as in a certain point in the maze, but trying to get to that goal, you know? Always trying to get there. And there is an aspect, that's a part of life, is the fact that, like, maybe you are at a certain point in the maze, and there's certain paths you have to follow to get to the end. But what do you do once you're in the center of the maze? Well, you go back out. But at the same time, that aspect in which you must follow the paths that you have to follow to get to where you need to get to, whatever that is. We all have situations that we need to work through in life. We all have our own completely unique situations. But at the same time, dropping that idea that there is this place to get to, this goal that needs to be accomplished. Because in essence, I live from a space of that is already complete, that's already beyond that goal. But again, please don't take it too literally, or there's a million ways that you can rationalize that I'm wrong, and there always will be. But I just wanted to share that mostly. I'll probably end up speaking more about it at another time, but for today I just wanted to create something, to express something, whatever that was going to be. And I hope that it touches a place within you that sees your own truth, even if it doesn't line up with the words that I'm saying, or the words that I'm saying are contradictory. That's completely fine. I mostly just want all of us to continue to explore who we really are, because it's such a satisfying question to continuously ask, even if you never get an answer. I personally don't think that there is an answer, but I love to look. I'm very grateful for my friend Isaac in so many ways, but for creating this channel, and for creating the first video on this channel, which gave me the encouragement to create my own expression. I hope that we will continue to make videos, and that we'll make videos together, and with really anyone who would like to share. We want this to be a collective experience. Neither of us, I don't think that we understand or know anything really special. But I think there is something special about that, the knowing that you don't know it. But what do I know? I look forward to hearing any feedback, or just speaking again when the time is right. Have a beautiful day.